What's up guys? Today we've got the Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive, and a lot of you have been asking how the speakers are. So I figured we would take, I won't say an in-depth look, but we'll take a look at the speakers and I'll give you guys my impressions after driving this car for over 500 miles. Stick around because I'm actually going to bring a friend on to listen to him. He hasn't heard the car before and I kind of just want to get his thoughts. Someone that hasn't heard these speakers before, just so you guys can get an idea of how good they are. All right, let's take a look inside. So I was looking through Tesla's paperwork online, and from what I can tell, I believe there is 3 speakers in the front row up here. There are 1 on this side of the door, 1 on the other side of the door. There are 2 up here next to the mirror, 1 on this side, 1 on the other side. And then the last speakers are actually back here in the car. They're right here in the door. What I've been trying to figure out is where the 17, if this is the 9 speakers, I've been trying to figure out where the other where the other ones would go for the 17 speakers. Because we know if you open up back here, usually there are speakers there for the 17. And I'm wondering if maybe they pack more than 1 speaker on each side or where they would put them at. So that's what it looks like without the speakers inside this one. These are the 2 subs. This is where the sub and I believe the other amp would go. So we'll close that and take a look here. So again, you've got the other speaker on this side of the door. And really my only thoughts is that they would either put more speakers back here or they would stick more than 1 in each of the doors. They could have done 5 up in the front. There's also this thing up here, which I'm not sure what that is. If anyone in the comments knows, let me know. I've been trying to figure that out, but I haven't really been able to find anything about it. So like I was saying, I've driven this car for about 500 miles, and really my impression of the speakers is that I think it sounds amazing. After reading through forums on Reddit, I see people constantly arguing over the long range all-wheel drive, the rear wheel drive. Obviously 17 speakers is going to sound better than 9, but in my opinion, I'm super happy with these speakers. And so I'll kind of show you guys what I've been doing with these because I find it really interesting. So if you open up the audio settings here and you click on this, this is where I've got the tone at to bring the bass up. Default, the bass is like all the way down here. And there's really not much to hear from that. But when you bring it up, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like shaking the cabin. If you go to balance, this is where I adjust it. It starts out center. And because there's more speakers up front than in the back, I will say that it does sound like the sound is coming from in front of the car, which it obviously is. But if you just do this little trick right here and move this back, it starts to fill the cabin up and it sounds like it's coming from all over the place. So with just this one little trick, I think it makes all of the difference. I can only say good things about this car. So I'm gonna grab my friend Grayson and let him take a listen to the car and just get his impressions of it and just see what he has to say about it. He doesn't drive a Tesla, I think he drives a Jeep. So he's gonna jump in and give it a listen. All right, Sands, are you up for the challenge?
All right, I'm ready. Ready to hear this thing.
So what do you drive currently, and what's your experience with Teslas?
So I don't have a lot of experience with Teslas at all. I think they're pretty cool. Right now I'm driving a Jeep Wrangler, so it does not sound good at all. You can hear everything in there, but that's kind of the point. Like you have the wind noise and the tires and the top's off.
All right, well, let's jump in and see. I think it'd probably be good to just do like no copyright music.
It smells good.
It smells good?
It smells like a new car.
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna open up, let's see. We've got YouTube music. I wonder if that's gonna work. Oh, we gotta log into that. Let's try opening up. I'll turn the air on, but turn it down.
It's kind of crazy that like using air like this, it doesn't, like if I was in my car, I start seeing the gas meter go down if I use the AC. So it's cool that you don't have to worry about this at all because you're just gonna plug this in when you get home.
Yeah, pretty much. I like to charge a lot at work, but I do have a setup at home that I've been working on as well. So let's go to YouTube. and open this up. Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Oh my god.
Guys, this is not my feed.
What is Mr. Beast doing to that rhino?
All right, so no copyright. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh god.
Oh, this is terrible.
This is awful. Wow.
Oh yeah, this is actually, so we're good.
Wow, this sounds cool.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.
Wow. This actually sounds really good.
Left.
I'm not just saying that.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
This is pretty
Through the
good.
wastelands, through the highways.
Wow.
Till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on.
You gotta wait for the drop though.
Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
I can feel the air coming out of the speaker. Like I have my leg down here. I can feel the air hitting my leg.
No way.
Yeah, do you
That's
feel
hilarious. Let me check.
When you had it turned up, I could feel it pumping out.
That's cool. So it's on Apple Music's what I've got, and then you can also, I feel like that's like the higher quality audio. You know how to get it out of the browser. There you
Is
go.
that it? There we go. Apple Music.
Yeah, pull up
Gotcha.
Apple Music.
All right.
And then pick whatever you want. So this thing right here, that's how you change the
Oh, okay.
equalizer. So that's with it moved back. This is moved up forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the tone. You can play around with that.
You got it all boosted up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know much about music, so that's just how I have it set up.
How do we turn it up?
So you can turn it up on this slider right here.
Wow. Wow. Man.
Oh my gosh, you see them off-roading over there?
Man. This sounds so. You actually got this thing tuned up really nicely. I'd be curious. I'm curious to see what it sounds like if we reset it. I like how you had it better. Turn the bass up. I like the bass because it's not like a muddy, you can tell me if you agree, but I don't think it sounds like a muddy, like a brrr. It's like a punchy bass, like it's very tight. Like you feel it like pop at you. Do you feel that same?
No, I definitely agree with that. And I think that's what, like when I first got this thing, that's why I turned it up. I wanted to see how much bass it produced. But I feel like in most cases, whenever you bring up bass that much, it kind of floods the music to where you can't really hear the song. But honestly, like just cranking up, I usually make this shape right here. Something about this just sounds good. I can't wait to hear what you guys have in the comments because I guarantee you somebody's got a problem with that. But I think it sounds great like this. So give a couple more songs a listen, try some different genres, and then I'd be curious to hear your overall take at the end because a lot of people are trying to decide on this car. This has 9 speakers, and then that's between another car that has 17. But the difference between the two cars is $5,000.
Oh, I would never pay $5,000. If you're unhappy with this speaker setup, there's something wrong with you. If you need to pay $5,000 for more speakers in this car, that's a problem.
So they would get all-wheel drive too. So my argument is if you need all-wheel drive, if you live somewhere that it snows, I think it makes more sense. But if you don't need it, I mean, you get more range. You get 20 something more miles of range.
If you don't need all-wheel drive and you're trying to decide over speakers, do not buy $5,000 worth of speakers. This is amazing. This is the best sound system I've ever heard in a car, hands down. I mean, I know I say I drive a Jeep, but I've driven a lot of Mercedes too. I've driven a lot of different cars. I just have a Jeep right now. And this beats out every Mercedes I've driven, hands down. We were talking about a little bit, you were telling me about the cabin sound, and like, it is kind of weird that this car, it doesn't make any sounds because you don't have the engine running. And it's so soundproof. Like, I feel like I closed the door and the birds stopped chirping.
Try that. Open it up and just...
Let's see. Do you hear that?
They really do when you say it like that. I never noticed that.
Like, listen to all the crickets.
They're completely gone.
Like, that's crazy.
See, this is why I wanted to bring you in here, because I feel like it's just so hard. Like, it's just so hard to express whether these are good or not. I feel like YouTubers are constantly like looking for things to criticize. And when I heard this car, I could not believe it. All right, Grayson's going to give it a couple more listens and then we're going to get his final take on this.
All you got is Kanye.
That is not true.
I saw your last video where
I've got 60s country. Look at that.
You were driving to Charleston and everything on your monitor was just Kanye.
Hey, you got to listen to Donda every once in a while.
Oh, it sounds here a little Billy. I bet this is gonna sound good. How do we turn it up over here? Whoa! Oh my god! That's crazy. And did you say that this car has speakers on the outside?
Yeah, it actually does.
Can we hear those?
Yeah, let's see. All right, guys, how do we do this? I think we do toy box. Like cucaracha. Play current media.
What in the world? Those don't sound good.
Oh, there's one in the back too.
Where are they supposed to be coming from?
I thought it was only in the front, but
Are on this car.
they said there's only 9, but I guess there's 2. There's technically 2 in the front, or 1 in here, 1 in the back.
This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. All right.
Yeah, so let me hear a little bit of your thoughts after listening to a couple different songs.
I mean, I think that like I'm really surprised. For a car stereo system, I can't imagine it getting much better than this. I would be really excited if like we could listen to the one with the 17, you said 17 speakers?
Yeah, 17 speakers versus the 9.
I mean, what they've been able to do with 9 speakers is incredible. Like, this car sounds amazing, even just closing the window up. So I can imagine the 17 speakers is probably going to bring you closer to like a spatial audio sound. I don't think you're getting like a spatial, like all-encompassing surround sound feeling right now, but it's really, really good. It's definitely hands down the best car sound system I've heard by far. I don't have a desire for subwoofers in the back. I don't think they're necessary.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I mean, I think there was a point in my life where it's like I wanted sub and everything. And like now I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's not something I think about. But I feel like with the bass on this thing, it's really punchy and it's good. And
it just sounds crisp. It sounds like clean audio. You can tell they're high quality speakers, whatever they are.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I don't know if Tesla makes these in-house or what. If anybody knows, I'd be curious to find out. Well, cool. I appreciate you like tagging along and just giving it a listen. I know everybody's been asking me. Just for context, so this is a $35,000 car. It's $34,990, and you can get $1,000 off with a referral code now, and that brings it down to $34,990.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I would not have guessed that this is only like 34. You said 34,990.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would not guess that you would get this quality of sound system. This is probably like $1,000 sound system.
Probably. Well, guys, you heard the man. He likes the speakers. And honestly, I like them too. 500 miles in, and I think this is a great car. I'm going to continue to advocate for this car. If you do not need all-wheel drive, this is the best car that Tesla makes for the price. If you're on the fence and you're looking between the all-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive, I really think the decision needs to be made on whether you need all-wheel drive or not. Because in my opinion, $5,000 difference just for speakers is not worth it. If you guys have any other video ideas, leave them in the comments and I will be back with another video shortly.